Okay, welcome to Heroes of the Shire, where I printed out the rulebook uh, just to, to make sure that there are no mistakes and there aren't any so far. And let's see what you get when you pay for the print and play. It's about 20 euros, I think. So you get first of all build instructions. Consists of first part is standard size card, then spell mastery cards, then smaller size cards, equipment boards, leftover spell cards, hero reference sheets, and these should be printed on a bit thicker page, and these there's the rule book, save game, and tutorial. And these three should be printed on 80 grams per square meter, because otherwise you would have really thick pages. The save game is double-sided. See, yeah. Um, I think you can first print a single set, but just keep this file and print as much as you need it. And here is the action cards. Let me make this a little bit smaller for the Earth scenario. A lot of texts, puzzles, riddles, and encounters, moral choices, so everything Earth based. Yeah, it fits the theme. There is for the water version there are bluish highlights, as you can see here. This blue and this is green, and that also comes across in the card backs. So you shuffle these cards and use one after the other, and then discard after use. And sometimes they give a bonus, sometimes you get hurt real bad. So it gives a lot of variation, and there is also the fire cards, lots of fire cards, and all kinds of scenarios, and dilemmas, and then the snow, ice, cold thing. So the four elements, and this is, what is this? Earth scenario. Ah, yeah. Now here you see, for example, a forest elemental. It has a jungle cover, and these are the elements. Not sure what the plus means, but so we checked everything. I forgot what the plus was. This is Goblin Shaman. So the trash mobs for the Earth scenario, you can encounter fighter snails, and you have to defeat them. If you go into an unfortunate hex, but they also give you some bonuses, and they give you experience, so you can level. They have their own spells, all unique. For the water scenario, there's alligators and water monkeys, giant octopuses, and depends on the draw of the cards what you get. There's also a coastal terrapin. Oh, space kraken kind of artwork. Coastal terrapin. And what do you do? They have water blast and terrapin roar. and as you can see, this is CD0, so there is not a die placed. It can be cast every time. So as long as it's either casting this or this, and here it's the damage that it does is 2 plus the you are drenched effect, and plus the intelligence, which is 7, and you roll a die to determine the type of damage that you suffer. So that's not to be taken lightly. And here goblin bombers. Same kind of idea, but here they confuse you depending on the die roll. So the artwork is fantastic. I mean, it's consistent, and it brings across the atmosphere of the game. There's a shop. Let's see, Burning Raptors. Stands for stands gone. Yeah, so there's a shopkeeper. Let me check with the camera. You can buy stuff, and depends on the scenario when you meet the shopkeeper. And here is, to zoom out a little bit, the allies. So every hero can also be an ally. This is the corresponding ally cards of the heroes. These are quest cards, escort quests, all kinds. Well, of variation in the quests that you can encounter. This is the description of the quests. Potions, items you can gain and that you can buy, that you can combine. You can combine potions. These are specific to hero. The pets. There is a how do you say? Mechanical engineer, and he has gadgets. So you can develop gadgets, for example, a rocket launcher. If I had a rocket launcher, yeah, I love this game. I mean, how can you say no to this? Totems, earth totems, water totems, wind totems. Birds, animals, wolves, nature, cards. I am scrolling down for the heroes. Yeah, this is the bosses. It's very well thought out. Damien, the creator, did all the balancing. I did none of the balancing because I was just for the texts, to make the text clear and unambiguous and in active form. So to each his qualities. I am hoping that he has done the balancing. We need to trust that. So this is one of the spell masteries for the alchemist, and there are 24, I think, heroes, and you can play this for years. This is an assassin, so he is completely different. Well, yeah, completely different skills. So that is, I think you should stick to your preference hero, and then to try to learn everything that you can from one hero, and then move on to another hero. Otherwise it's just too much. I mean, this is a single person who will develop everything of this, and all these texts and all the effects and the balance of these effects, playtesting, so much work. Can't imagine how many years this was. This is really impressive. For the cleric has of course helping hand, replenish, slight intelligence, safeguard, defensive prayer, absorb, generosity, illuminate, piercing immunity. Some people also gave suggestions to more creative names, but should also be a little bit descriptive and not to be too cheeky. But things like let me check. Flaming Aura, Retribution. Some of these spell names are really nice. I'll find one. Call of the Wild, Talon Grip. And there is also creative use of these boards. Sometimes they are separated on the hero boards. I mean, they are separated with groups. We'll see that later. Double Trouble is a nice one. Some spells are 1-2 trigger spells. So you do one part, then you do immediately after this the second part. Yeah, you can just dive into this and it will be one big paradise. It's just like, well, there are not many such rich games. Everybody tries, of course, but it's really hard to pull off, and you need to have a consistent idea. This is irrigation, for example. This is a 1-2 spell, so you do first the left part, and then you do the right part. It's a vertical line. Masteries, different masteries, everything, different masteries. Very soft focus, none of that purple, pink, puke kind of palette that you see in American games. This is a European game that's more civilized in color tone. I'm generalizing, of course, but I mean, Assault on Doomrock is, for example, also a bit. Yeah, it's a bit in between American and Euro. Tribal headdress. Everything has been designed. Looks beautiful. This all the